Gemini, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy for the next week via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Happy birthday, Gemini. We are officially in Gemini season. I hope you are enjoying this time of year. I hope you're really just celebrating, honoring yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, and all the fabulous things about you. I hope you have good support around you as well during this time. It's definitely giving us an opportunity to see more momentum in the collective, which is needed. When I'm recording, things are starting to balance out. We're seeing a lot of the elemental expressions in the astrology finding more balance. It's been tense, right? There's been a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. We're still kind of processing, working through some of that stuff. We have a lot of planets that are tensely aspected to Jupiter as well. Jupiter is our fortune and our abundance. And so we're kind of working through different situations in a way to bring the results we want, right? Things that don't necessarily or aren't specifically working out in our favor. We're trying to find creative, inventive solutions, do things a little bit differently so we can get the results that we want. But it's been a pretty arduous process, meaning it's taking so effing long. That's why I like to start off with an energy cleansing, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, etc. Or if you are looking for more of a realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling grounded, strong, supported within ourselves, when we know who we are, what we want, it's way easier to manifest our happiness and fulfillment, right? It's way easier to make choices that actually honor what we want, our abundance, etc. And that's what this is all about, right? We all deserve that. So I would love to help support in whatever way possible, Gemini. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we can see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. All right, Gemini. So you feel like a little, I don't know, like maybe a little sad in your energy this week. I'm hearing, like I kept hearing, grinning and bearing it. You know, you're just trying to make the best of something, the best of a situation that doesn't feel so good. But there's not a lot you can do about it. I'm feeling like your hands are tied and you recognize that. And so you're just doing your best to kind of be okay with what is, right? The hypocrite. Well, that makes a lot of sense. You know, you might be dealing with someone who's just incredibly hypocritical. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? Like, I think that's a huge theme right now in the collective, in the astrology, but one that is very hard to learn or to implement is that value of surrender. We can't control other people. We can't dictate how they operate, how they behave. We just have to make sure that we are not choosing that for ourselves, right? Like if we actually want things that are powerful in our lives, that we want to build, that we want to grow, like there is this level of authenticity that we have to have. or else it becomes like building a house on sand, right? And it just looks like someone that maybe you once had respect for or admired or showed themselves to be a certain person in your life. It's looking a little bit different. I feel like you're trying to see things diplomatically. You're trying to figure out what the next steps are because it's a little messy. It's a little messy. Like, I feel like you have to sift through what's truth and what's lies. I'm hearing like sift through a lot of bullshit. That's definitely this justice energy, the balancing of the scales. And I'm seeing it's almost like you have to use your senses in order to do so. You can't just like rely on what this person is telling you. Maybe, well, no, I mean, obviously, if they're being hypocritical, if their actions and words are not lining up, then that's a huge red flag, right? That's just someone who's not walking the talk, right? Is that how you say it? And I'm feeling like this is new for you. I'm feeling like this is unexpected or unanticipated. Not really thinking or believing that this person was going to be like this because, again, you're coming from this place of having a lot of admiration and respect. But what you're seeing present day is very different from that. It's very dualistic. And as I'm saying this, Jupiter is in Gemini. So it's very common right now to see different sides of people, places where maybe they're not being very forthright, where they're trying to kind of manipulate or force an agenda, or using blatant lies to kind of get you to think, feel, believe a certain thing. Like I was saying earlier, Jupiter is really tensely aspected, and Mars and Mercury have been tensely aspected for the last week or so, which is really making communication difficult, especially with people who are very strong-willed or, you know, want something, like are very specific about how they want things to happen. Yeah, because this is someone who's like choosing. I feel like maybe where once upon a time they were factoring you into the equation, it looks like not so much anymore. Like, it's not saying that they're going to leave you, that they're going to leave you high and dry. We'll see how that unfolds. But topically, what I'm seeing is it's just like, well, if you fit in, then you can come along. That's how it feels. And I feel like because you are... it's harder to have respect for this person. Maybe you are communicating some stuff to them. I'm hearing you might be challenging them a little bit. It's your birthday season, so you feel good. You like whenever the sun is in our sign, it is this level of empowerment. And empowerment in the way that like it's hard for this person's situation to not get the message based on how you're acting, how you're responding. And you might not be afraid to say certain things because here's the thing. I'm seeing that you want the truth. You want the reality of the situation with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, you know, he's kind of a no bullshit guy, right? Like he's gonna make plans like, okay, I need to get answers about what the F this is. And in order to do so, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. And so I feel like you're not afraid to fight a little bit or hold someone accountable. It's throwing someone off is what it's saying. Like, I feel like they're kind of trying to work with you, but I feel like you're also over and done with it. There's something about this that it's like no longer fun for you. And maybe it hasn't been for quite some time, right? Like maybe you've had to shoulder a lot of burden, a lot of weight. It feels like just a lot of responsibility, you know, and you're tired of it. You're at a point where you need a break. Maybe that's also why you're lashing out. Maybe you're not trying to fight with them, but it does kind of have this energy of just like they say something and you're not afraid to pop back, you know? And because it's arrogant, it's proud, it has this energy of like, I know better than you do. And you're like, not really, like this is my life, right? This is my life and you know yourself the best. And ironically or not, you're moving into this energy of being the survivor, meaning you're not even 100% aware and understanding what's happening, like the way this person is controlling and manipulating. It's one of those, for instances, that as you step away, you're going to start being like, that was so weird. That was so messed up. Like, I can't believe they were saying that or doing that. And I didn't even notice. Part of this is because your head's a little bit in the clouds, Gemini, no shade, or like maybe you just don't care to go down that road or whatever, right? Like, you're just not, it's not a bad on you is what I'm saying, but you weren't paying attention to something is basically what it's saying. Not in a bad way. It's just, you didn't need to, right? You didn't need to. And I feel like this is also that value of you cultivating your own power. And I'm hearing this as like you finding that strength and stability within yourself, given how life was playing out, and needing to be, as you've been a little bit more, bird's eye perspective, not only bird's eye perspective, but like seeing things like from the sidelines, taking a step back, observing, watching how things are playing out, etc. It's way easier for you to see the disconnect. And not only that, I feel like this is going to be highlighted that much more this week for you. I don't know. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Maybe they have a lot of earth energy in their chart. Earth can be incredibly stubborn and kind of nasty at the same time. And this person's situation is coming out as the Four of Pentacles. So whatever this conflict is, they feel like, oh shit, I'm going to need to self-protect. They're starting to like regret some of the choices that they've made 100%. And I feel like a lot of this is because because you haven't fully divulged, and I don't think you should have, right? Like it looks like you haven't fully divulged like what you were thinking, feeling to this person, because again, there's a lot of hesitancy around this. When someone's not acting right, or like when they're showing two different versions of themselves to you, it's really hard to know who and what to trust. And they're in this mode where like they don't really care about you in this moment, in this time. They're going to do whatever serves them. Like I said, you can come along if you want, but like they don't need it. And I think as this is happening, like you're challenging them. You're challenging them a little bit. If you have a goal that is very, very far out, and as you approach it in little steps, you start to get there faster, 100%. So definitely a great way to sum up this reading, right? Like you've kind of been seeing, sensing, feeling this. The more that things are happening, the more you are quote unquote waking up, the more that you are seeing the hypocrisy of this person, place, or thing. And it's giving you the opportunity to make decisions accordingly, right? To actually make decisions that are like better for you, instead of just blindly letting someone lead you, or just like blindly following in a situation. Maybe it's a better way to say it. Go and make interesting mistakes, make amazing mistakes, make glorious and fantastic mistakes, break rules, leave the world more interesting for your being here. I love this because this is really that reminder that like it's okay, Gemini, to step off the beaten path. And I feel like you as a sign generally have like a really easy time doing that. So this is just like not being afraid to challenge someone, something a little bit, to see what shakes out, right? What is coming out? What reaction, words, conversation are you getting from that person, individual? It's going to show you a lot, right? And that's what this is about. Sometimes it's painful. I'm not denying that at all. But it also reveals a lot when we're not afraid to go down that road. Look, you live one life, give it all you flippin' got and take all your shots. One's bound to hit the target. I love that. I think that's such a beautiful reminder to stay passionate about your life, right? Like you look tired, you look exhausted, you don't want to be doing this anymore. But this 5-10 of Wands is also like, I'm exhausted, and so I'm going to make changes. It becomes that fuel. Not to be annoying, not to be cliche. I get it. Because like we just want to be done and over with these energies. I feel like you've put up with a lot of BS, right? But at the same time, like right now is the time to get all this stuff sorted, because it's really going to help us way better in the long run versus like lingering in this dynamic that feels toxic, right? Simply put. So Gemini, a little bit heavy, but you feel strong, you feel good. Remember, you're coming out as a survivor, like you made it through. Rest in that confidence and that insurance. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.